Well, hello there, my little fairy tales, and welcome back to 31 Films of Halloween, day 23. If you like this video, and why wouldn't you? You can follow my YouTube channel at Another Scream Queen 76. That's me. So today we're going to take another trip around the globe. I know y'all feel tired, but I have a feeling that you will like this movie, especially if you are a fan of The Substance with Demi Moore. This is sort of like a companion film to that, which I'll delve into a little bit later. But this is from 2025. It's a Scandinavian film, and it is called The Ugly Stepsister. And this is a movie that has been kind of on my radar, but I've been avoiding it. As the older I get, the more the gross stuff is not my cup of tea. I can handle some of it, but this is the genre of body horror. And body horror and we just do not get along. And it's more me than it. But I'm glad I sat through it. So this is not your typical fairy tale. Cinderella's story takes a back seat. It is present, but the film focuses more on one of the stepsisters, specifically Elvira. Not that Elvira. This Elvira. Actually, her name is pronounced Elvira, but I just said Elvira because I thought the joke was cute. So anyway, we got Elvira's traveling with her mom and her other sister, Alma. And mom is about to be betrothed to Paparella. That's Cinderella's daddy, of course. And Cinderella's name is actually Agnes in this film, just to clarify. So, Mama and her daughters arrive at the home of Paparella and his daughter, and they get married. Well, Paparella, he don't last long. I mean, they're at the dinner table. He ain't even had like a bite or two of cake, and then he out permanently. Well, neither family has any money. This is why the whole marriage was supposed to happen, because Mama thought Papa had money, and yeah, it's just a whole big financial problem. So, Elvira has plans to marry the local prince, Prince Julian. Isn't that what you do to carrots? Like Julian, or maybe it's Julianne. I don't know. Anyway, and she really wants Prince Julian to be her lawfully wedded husband. He the bee's knees. She has all these like moments where she imagines the two of them together, and he's sweeping her up in his arms, and blah blah blah. And I'm like, girl, he all right. I mean, he kind of cute, but unfortunately, Elvira has some competition because Agnes, aka Cindy, would also like to be betrothed to the prince, and all this is for money. Ain't no love involved, and Elvira's intentions are more like winning a husband instead of, falling in love with one. Anyway, unfortunately, Elvira is not the most attractive of young ladies. And the actress who plays her, Leah Myron, does a phenomenal job in this movie. I mean, she carries the film on her shoulders. And they've uglied her up for the film. She's actually quite pretty. But they put like braces on her teeth and these freaky brown spit curls. Look like a pipe done broke on top of her head, and all this muddy water come whoosh, gushing out. So anyway, Mama takes her to like this plastic surgeon type person, and she goes through the whole kibosh of trying to get a glow up to make herself look like she would be a princess. And she gets like rhino surgery. Not that rhino, it was rhino. Whew. And that scene right there made me go. And then she gets some like false eyelashes implanted. Ooh, that made me squirm. And then this lady at this boarding school where Elvira is trying to learn like etiquette and ballet and just be refined as a lady, gives her this little like locket, and which pops it open, there's a tapeworm egg inside of it. And this lady goes, take this, all your problems will be done. You can eat whatever you want. No, ma'am, Pam, take some Ozempic. I mean, don't even do that, because that shit'll kill you too. But, I mean, like, watch your calories, you know, leave out the sugars, you know, stop eating cakes in the middle of the night, no sodas. I mean, do a little exercise. Walking's good for you, gets the blood flowing, you know. But don't be taking no tapeworm egg. You asking for a world of just problems. Like, problems. Elvira don't listen. I'm like, girl, please. But nope. She pops that thing into her mouth and swallows. Well, for the rest of the movie, her gut sounds like a gang of grizzly bears just growling away. And we know something bad's going to happen. We just waiting for it. So, a little while later, Cinderella, a.k.a. Agnes's story, comes into play. Well, Cindy, she having an affair with Farmhand. She getting it on in the barn. And she realizes, though, that she probably needs to, like, end this and get with the prince. So, these money problems will be solved. Because her dad is, like, still sitting in the parlor. They ain't even buried him. And he is, like, disintegrating. And, oof. He's very gelatinous. Ugh. So, Elvira and Cindy clash at some point in the film. It's like a knockdown Jerry Springer type situation. Cinderella wants to go to the ball. She got this beautiful dress. Elvira's like, hell no, bitch. Give me that dress. Gets torn. Well, things get mended in such a way that's super, super smart. This is the one scene in the film that really impressed me, how imaginative it was. So, kudos to the director for that. And all this culminates into them finally going to the royal ball. And when they get there, Elvira's got this, like, blonde wig on, because her hair's been falling out, and I'm sure it has something to do with that tapeworm down in the belly. And then she got this ugly ass dress on. I mean, it looks like a birthday cake on clearance from Walmart. Like, it's yellow and green, and it's got big, lavish, gaudy roses all over it. I'm like, girl, you should not have said yes to that dress. But anyway, they get to the ball. The prince looks bored as hell. And they're announcing all the girls, their height and their weight and what they like to do and what they like to eat. And it's very reminiscent of, like, dating profiles and stuff. It's just the parallels in this movie that speak to the relevance of today are just astounding. Well, anyway, there's a whole bunch of situations that happen starting with the ball. And I will say this moment in the film knocked my rating down a little bit because there's some moments that are unnecessary. In fact, there's like some dance sequence. It's like some Busby Berkeley number from like the 1930s and didn't really need to be there in my opinion. But I'm not going to say any more than that. Other than you better buckle in, Buttercup, because the last 15 minutes or so of this movie are rough. I mean, so this is not your Disney Cinderella. If you've read the actual story, you know the lengths that the stepsisters went to get the prince when this shoe was left behind. I'm going to leave it at that. And then, of course, this tapeworm rears its ugly head. Please, please, please do not eat during this movie. I mean, not even a Ritz cracker. I was like, oh God, I don't know. I just don't know if I can handle this. But I did. I got through it. And I'm going to give it 4 pumpkins. The acting is great. The story is very unique. Well done. The music score is awesome in it. It has like harps and lutes and like very old-fashioned instruments, but it also has a synth score that's overlaid with it. So it works out, oddly enough, quite perfectly. So, until next time, for the love of God, please, please, just eat a lean cuisine or something. Don't be taking no tapeworm pills. You know, I mean, it's just not a good idea, because your tummy will be sounding like the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade, and nobody want that. No prints. You can go get no prints that way.